Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. Of course, if you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here, welcome back. You guys know what's up with that. So today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about the new Natasha Denona Tans, Bronze, and Glow palette. This guy right here. I'm going to insert some clips of me trying out the product, and I've been using it for a while, so I'm going to give you my opinions on it and whether I think you need to purchase it. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in kind of hearing about this product, I'll give you all the info, seeing me apply it, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so as I said, I am going to be talking about a new Natasha Denona product. Now, I purchased the Tans, Bronze, and Glow palette shortly after I actually purchased the Bloom, like the Blush and Glow palette, also from Natasha Denona. Now, I love this palette, and that is why I purchased this one. I was on the fence about this because I do have more of a light skin tone. So when I first seen this, I thought it would be more geared towards deeper skin tones, which I do think medium to dark skin tones this would work the best for. But I will show you how I use this because I do really like this, and I do think it does work on light skin tones. You just have to play around with it a bit to get it to work and use kind of the proper shades. Obviously, the highlight in here is too dark for me, so I play around with that a little bit differently, and you'll see that also in the try-on clip. So I'll give you a little bit of info on this. I purchased this on the Sephora Canada website, so you can get this on Sephora, or you can get it directly on the Natasha Denona website. It does retail for $55 US or 66 Canadian dollars. So it is a pricier product, but I think for the product in here, even though it's a high price, it is Natasha Denona, so you know Natasha Denona is more of a luxury brand. I don't think it's as steep as I kind of expected when I first seen like even the Bloom palette release, but these are both the same pricing, which I assume they would be. So as far as the amount of product that you get in here, you get 2.8 grams per pan in here, or 0.09 ounces. This is a paraben-free product. It is made in Italy, and of course it is not tested on animals. So I wanted to give you that info. If you open it up, it does have a nice big mirror down here. I have that covered over, and then it does have the two powder products. A powder product here actually as well. This is not a cream, and then there is the cream here. This is the Glow Cream Base, and it does have this little flip that kind of comes down to protect the cream product. And then over here it has the Super Glow Powder. This is her Super Glow highlighting formula, so it is quite metallic. Then we have the Glow Impact Powder, which is kind of like a gelée, kind of baked gelée formula. And then we do have the Blush or Bronze Powder. So she says you can use this as a bronzer or a blush. She is saying more for fair skin to use this as a blush, but I'll kind of get into that. I think this is more, I can use this as a bronzer. I just have to go in with kind of a bigger, fluffier brush. But you can use it as either, so whatever you want to use this for, even if you want to use it for an eyeshadow, you can do that as well. I've actually done that already. But yeah, that's the shades. I'll actually insert a clip now so you can see the palette up close. So it shows you kind of the outside packaging. It has a kind of same kind of see-through packaging. Obviously, it has kind of the bronze feel. You open it up, and it has the mirror. The 4 shades are in there, and I show kind of the little flap in there as well. All right, and I'll also insert a clip just of the swatches for you guys so you can see them as well. So that is all these swatches from the palette. All right, so we're gonna get into my thoughts on the product, and I'll kind of insert some application clips as I'm talking about each. So I first do want to talk about the Blush and Bronze Powder, this guy right down here. It is kind of a deeper neutrally shade. It does have a little bit of like a reddish undertone though, in my opinion. It definitely can work as a blush, more of like a neutral kind of bronzy blush, but I was able to use this as a bronzer. I used a Delium Tools brush. I can't remember which one it is, and I didn't bring it back in the room with me, but you can see it's a bigger, fluffier brush. You could use really any big fluffy brush if you wanted to. I just find it disperses the product better so that it's not too pigmented. And you will see as well, I did tap my brush off each time that I applied this because this is super pigmented. And if you go in with too much, it's very easy to overdo. I will say it does blend out really well though, so you can get it diffused on your face or just use a little bit of translucent powder to cover it up. But I would go in with a light hand. Like I said, it's really pigmented. Just go in with a light hand with this, but you can use it for a blush or a bronzer, and I am a lighter skin tone, and I found that this worked for me as a bronzer. Now, next I actually went in with this Super Glow one down here. I used that same brush, and I actually just picked it up like lightly and kind of put that over the bronzer area to kind of mix these two to give a little bit of that like glow to my skin. Again, be very careful. This is pretty metallic, so you just want a little bit, tap it off, and then put it over your bronzer. It gives a nice sheen if you like more of that kind of satin kind of sheen bronzer. So I just paired these two together, and you'll see me use this in the clip as well. So lastly, I went with the Glow Cream Base. It's that guy right down here. I just warm it up with my finger in the pan, go right in on my face, on my cheekbones, where I'm going to apply the highlighter. I did that on both sides. Really easy to blend out. It does definitely give me a shadow though, so I wouldn't wear this alone. I'd always had to put something lighter over top of this, but this is more to apply just to give whatever you put on top that little bit of oomph, and it really does apply very nicely. So I hope she comes out with another kind of configuration like this for fair skin tones, because I think this is a beautiful palette, and this really works well kind of for blending powders over top. So finally, one of my favorite products in here is the Glow Impact Powder, this guy right here. This is actually light enough for my skin. You can see it on me right now, and you can see me try it on in the try-on clip. So I just went in with a BH, a highlighting brush. You can use any highlighting brush, really kind of dig it in there. I like to get a lot of product because I like major glow. Of course, you don't have to do that, but you will really notice a difference when you put this over top of the cream compared to not using the cream and putting this on. It's beautiful without the cream, but it is like 10 times more blinding when you compare the two. But yeah, I just put this all over my cheekbones. I put it all over my forehead, on my nose area, my cupid's bow. I like to put this a little bit of everywhere because I think it is such a stunning, stunning shade. This is my favorite shade in the whole palette. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, that's me using the full palette. Like I showed you kind of at the end what everything looked like. It is really a gorgeous palette, and if you were thinking about purchasing this, I would recommend more for light to dark skin tones. If you are fair, I don't think you'll get as much use out of this because I do think most of the shades in here are going to be too deep for you. Even that Glow Impact Powder, this guy right here, if you are lighter than me, I think it's going to be too dark on you. Of course, you could use this for many other things, eyeshadows, inner corner highlight, like all those things, but if you really want to get your money's worth, since it is a pricier product, I would say to skip over this one. I would highly recommend the Bloom palette. This is beautiful on all skin tones, I think. Like, I think, honestly, anyone like fair to kind of dark skin tones could use this, even deep skin tones because of that red in there. But yeah, I would go for that blush one if you're kind of more on the fair side. If you are looking for something like this, hopefully she'll come out with a lighter one. But like I said, I would go like light to dark if you're going to buy this. I would not go fair. I think you just wouldn't get enough use out of it. As far as the product inside though, I think all of the products are beautiful. I love all of them. I have been using this continuously. I will say the packaging is pretty like fingery. If you touch it, you can see all the parts that you touch. But other than that, I like the packaging. I like that it has a big mirror. I like that it has kind of the divider in here to keep kind of the powders out of my cream. And it looks very luxe. Like her packaging is beautiful, very luxurious, which you expect with that price tag. So overall, I definitely would recommend picking this guy up if you've thought about it. Like I said, if you fall into that range of skin tones, and maybe if you've tried the Bloom palette and like the formula, I think you will like this as well. And all the products performed beautifully. You can see that. I've tried these multiple times, so I know they perform really well. But yeah, I really love this. I think it's a great, great product. So if you guys were interested in it, I would definitely recommend going ahead and picking it up. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this video. I just wanted to come on and do a quick review for you, show you guys how it worked, give you the info on the product. If you did, of course, like the video, I always love it if you give me a thumbs up. It really does help me out here on my channel because I am a smaller channel, of course. Also, leaving any comments down below. I like to talk to you guys in the comments. If you're planning on picking the palette up, or if you have, let me know your thoughts on it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that bell notification if you want to keep up to date with the videos. Also the subscribe button. You guys know I'm not the most frequent uploader. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.